Taye Dandea is back in action, criticizing the government, the people in power. The man remained in prison, but he is back in action to the extent of issuing statements. Welcome to my views. News, three topics. Firstly, Taye Dandea's statement. Secondly, Getachew Reda gave an interview to UMD Media. He mentioned a few important points which I want to share with you. And lastly, Ethiopian military claims to have killed over 300 Fano fighters in operations in two zones of the Amhara. Let's start with the first story about Taye Dandea. Taye Dandea was part of Oromia Prosperity Party. He was member of parliament to Oromia Regional Parliament, I think. Very critical of Oromia Prosperity Party leaders. People accused him of being supportive of Ola. Once he criticized Ethiopian PM too. His criticism was fierce criticism. He accused the Prime Minister of waging wars, killing people. He was arrested. He was accused of being in possession of arms illegally. He was accused of giving shelter to OLA members. He was arrested. A trial began, but he got bail ultimately. He's still in Ethiopia. I think he's been trying to travel abroad, but he is in Ethiopia. I spoke a few hours ago, again criticizing the people in power means prosperity. What he said, those who think that politics is game of intrigue and gambling have seized power. And now the value, the price of the life of an Ethiopian is less than 200 bits. Means that for these people, there is no value of human life. People are dying. What is Taye Dandea's next plan? Which party will he join? Will he form a new party? There are several people who are opposing this government, some in Ethiopia, some abroad. But all of them are operating individually. I have not seen any major move by these groups, by these parties to unite, which wouldn't be wrong. I mean, opposition parties, opposition individuals, they always unite. They unite against status quo. They unite against ruling parties. They unite to form joint electoral strategies. But these people in opposition only issue statements. They have done nothing so far, pointing towards the progress towards formation of a joint opposition front. Jawar announced a few months ago to hold a political conference in the US, and I think he sent one of his representatives to some politicians, but he did not. He did not show interest, or the interest by the other politicians was lacking. He could not hold that political conference in the US. I think that a major opposition conference is needed outside Ethiopia, not in Ethiopia. Nothing wrong with forming an opposition and asking the Ethiopian government to ensure that free, fair, and transparent election is held. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopian military claims that it killed over 300 Fano fighters. By the way, last week was a bad week for Fano. Last 7 days were bad. Military operations by ENDF inflicted losses on Fano groups, Fano fighters. I reported about deaths of some Fano commanders. I reported about strike on Fano in Shoa. Both these reports are being confirmed by the Ethiopian National Defense Force. ENDF issued a statement a few hours ago sharing details of its operations against Fano fighters. Military claims that it killed over 300 Fano fighters in Gujum, including a commander, Menbro, Gitai, whose death has been confirmed. It was a bad week for Gujum Fano, especially. We did videos, we told you, military confirming that. Secondly, yes, military did conduct a strike on Fano in Shoa, which I reported 2 days ago. Military claims that in this strike, 4 leaders of the armed group were killed and 50 other fighters were killed. So 54 deaths, military is claiming, deaths of Fano fighters. Where in North Shore, Basona Woreda, North Shore zone of the Amhara region. Military is claiming to have inflicted heavy losses on Fano in North Shoa and in Gojam. And there is a little bit of information shared about military operation against OLA2 in Romania. But large part of the statement is about military operations against Fano fighters. Fano fighters don't acknowledge their losses. They don't admit that they have suffered losses. But generally, when their top men or mid-tier men die, they don't hide it. They're confirming the death of Menbiro Gitayo, but they are questioning or rejecting the news of the death of other Fano commanders. Menbiro's death is being confirmed, it seems. Lastly, viewers, Getachew Reda gave an interview a few hours ago to UMD Media. Getachew gave an interview to Getachew. Getachew of UMD Media interviewed Getachew Reda, who is now State Minister, advisor to Ethiopia Abiy on East Africa affairs. What is the job of Getachew Reda as Minister of State for East Africa affairs? I think so far no mandate has been given, no specific tasks have been given. So Getachew is free to decide what to do. Basically, Abiy wanted to adjust him at his cabinet. And Getachew says it's good for him because he's secure now, he's safe now. When you are a minister, obviously you have state security, you have a house, you have a vehicle, you have security guards, you're protected. Getachew has been saying that he was under threat, especially in Tigray, he wouldn't be safe. He is safe, by the way. If he visits Tigray now, no one will be able to harm him because he'll be protected by federal forces. There'll be security guards with him, definitely. Getachew reiterated his position that he will continue playing his part in Tigray's politics. He said that where the government wanted to bid him farewell, but he refused. He said that the honor which the people of Tigray gave him was what he wanted. There was no need of any farewell for him, he said. Secondly, he talked about TPLF. Again, he said that this unrestrained movement in Tigray is destabilizing it. It should stop. Desire for change cannot be reversed. So he sent a message to TPLF that your days are over. You cannot now hold on to your dominant role in Tigray's politics. Getachew wants to ensure that he is still relevant in Tigray's politics. He could be relevant, but in present circumstances, he's only giving interviews. If Tigray fighters who have started an armed struggle, if somehow they get strong and they get stronger in coming days and they get support from Getachew, Sadkan, federal government, then Getachew might be relevant. But without any major armed opposition movement in Tigray, perhaps Getachew's role in Tigray's politics won't be very significant. Yes, he can give interviews, he can talk about top TPLF, TDF people, he knows them in and out, he knows their background, he knows what they have been involved in. So he can help federal government in weakening TPLF. But does he have a direct political role in Tigray? Don't think so. But you never know about future. Thanks for watching.